Sri Lanka, the pearl of the Indian Ocean, a land of ancient kings, misty mountains, golden beaches, and rich traditions. From sacred temples to surf towns, wildlife safaris to colonial cities, this island nation offers more than you'd ever expect. Join us as we explore the top 10 best places to visit in Sri Lanka, a journey through culture, nature, history, and unforgettable beauty. Sigiriya, the Lion Rock Fortress, towering 660 feet above the jungle floor. Sigiriya Rock Fortress is Sri Lanka's most iconic landmark. This ancient rock citadel, once a royal palace, rises dramatically from the plains. Climb the steep staircases flanked by giant lion's paws to reach the summit, where you'll find panoramic views and the remnants of King Kashyap's sky palace. On the way up, admire 5th century frescoes, the mirror wall, and impressive water gardens below. A UNESCO World Heritage Site, Sigiriya combines nature, architecture, and mythology into a singular experience. Yala National Park, Wild Encounters. Welcome to the wild side of Sri Lanka. Yala National Park is the country's most famous wildlife reserve, known for its high density of leopards, elephants, crocodiles, sloth bears, and exotic birds. Take a 4x4 safari through diverse ecosystems from wetlands and grasslands to dense jungle. Spot a leopard lounging on a tree branch, or a herd of elephants bathing at a watering hole. Yala is not just a park, it's a living, breathing reminder that Sri Lanka is as wild as it is beautiful. Gala, colonial charm by the sea. Step into history in the coastal town of Gala, where cobblestone streets and Dutch colonial buildings transport you to another era. The heart of Gala is its 17th century fort, a UNESCO World Heritage Site built by the Portuguese and fortified by the Dutch. Wander through charming alleys lined with art galleries, boutique hotels, spice shops, and cozy cafes. Watch the sunset from the Gala Lighthouse or take in ocean views from the old ramparts. Gala is where Sri Lanka's maritime past meets its creative present, perfect for a relaxing yet cultural escape. Ella, misty hills and mountain views. Tucked in the Central Highlands, Ella is a laid-back mountain town known for its tea plantations, waterfalls, and hiking trails. Trek to the top of Little Adams Peak for jaw-dropping views of green valleys and rolling hills. Cross the famous Nine Arches Bridge where old world railways curve through lush jungle. Visit Ravana Falls, believed to be linked to ancient legends from the Ramayana. Ella is a haven for backpackers, couples, and anyone seeking cool air, natural beauty, and a slower pace of life. Kandy, the cultural capital. Kandy sits at the spiritual heart of Sri Lanka. Surrounded by misty hills and centered around a scenic lake, it's home to the Temple of the Tooth Relic, one of Buddhism's most sacred sites. Watch traditional Kandian dancers perform fiery rituals. Visit the Royal Botanical Gardens in Peradeniya, with over 4,000 species of plants and exotic orchids. Don't miss the Asala Perahera, a grand annual procession with elephants, drummers, and fire dancers. Kandy is where faith, beauty, and tradition come together in harmony. Mirissa, tropical paradise. Looking for the perfect beach escape? Head to Mirissa on Sri Lanka's southern coast. With golden sand, turquoise waves, and laid-back vibes, it's a favorite for surfers, swimmers, and sunseekers. Take a whale-watching tour between November and April to see blue whales, dolphins, and more. Enjoy sunset from the iconic Coconut Tree Hill, or sip on a fresh coconut at a beach cafe. Mirissa is pure tropical bliss, a slice of paradise with something for every traveler. Anuradhapura, cradle of civilization. Welcome to one of the oldest continuously inhabited cities in the world, Anuradhapura. Once the capital of ancient Sri Lanka, this sacred city is home to towering stupas, royal gardens, and monastic ruins. Visit the Sri Mahabodhi, a tree grown from the original Bodhi tree under which the Buddha attained enlightenment. Explore colossal dagobas like Ruwan and Jetavannaramaya and feel the power of 2,000 years of devotion and architecture. Anuradhapura is a spiritual pilgrimage and a living history lesson rolled into one. Polonarua, the ancient garden city. If Anuradhapura is the cradle of civilization, Polonarua is its renaissance. This medieval capital boasts well-preserved ruins, intricately carved statues, and an ancient irrigation system still in use today. Highlights include the Gal Vihara, with its serene, reclining Buddha carved from a single granite slab, and the Royal Palace complex. Rent a bicycle and ride past lotus ponds, shrines, and monkey-filled gardens. Polonarua is quieter than Anuradhapura, but just as majestic and possibly even more atmospheric. Nwara Elia, the Little England of Sri Lanka. Set high in Sri Lanka's central highlands, Nwara Elia feels like a essay. Once a retreat for British colonials, it's known for cool weather, tea estates, and colonial architecture. Visit a working tea factory, walk through the lush Hagala Botanical Gardens, or go boating on Gregory Lake. Nearby, hike to World's End in Horton Plains National Park, where sheer cliffs drop dramatically into the mist. Nwara Elia is refreshing in both climate and experience. Trincomalee, the untouched northeast. Finally, we travel to the lesser-explored northeast to Trincomalee. This ancient port city blends beach bliss, Tamil culture, and sacred sites in a quieter, more authentic setting. Relax on Neelaveli and Upaveli beaches, some of the most pristine in the country. Visit the Konaswaram Temple, perched on a cliff with panoramic sea views, or snorkel in Pigeon Island National Park. Trincomalee shows a different side of Sri Lanka, less touristy, deeply spiritual, and utterly beautiful. Sri Lanka may be small in size, but it's immense in charm. From ancient capitals and mountain hideaways to wildlife adventures and endless coastlines, this island has something for everyone. So whether you're looking for history, nature, culture, or relaxation, Sri Lanka is waiting to welcome you with a smile and a story you'll never forget.